Next, we're going to have some brief remarks on tape from Dr. Asa Hilliard. Then we'll be going to our next two panelists.
You'll notice also that I make a lot of choices about where to spend time, and they are atypical for the typical tourist. We'll say more about that a little bit later. Typical tourists have things that they're looking for that have been advertised as Kemet. They look for Nefertiti. And the longest line in the Valley of the King is going to be for Tutankhamun. Most people come in and they want to spend time because there's so much stuff on King Tutankhamun. And you could spend years on just his stuff alone. But Tutankhamun was a boy king that didn't do anything other than hold a job for a little while before they probably tried to kill him because he was in the way of powerful people. Here's the southern zoo type, the mother, and here's the cobra. People who play around with the symbols on these, again, look at the cobra, because you see the cobra on King Tutankhamun's crown. Did you see that yesterday? And the vulture. You see both of those. And one interpretation of that is that you always go back to trying to see what these animals did. And one of the things the vulture does is, like the jackal, it can take things that are dying and turn them into life-giving substance. Now, if you notice, the cobra's body on King Tut's crown goes back across the head like this. And if you lift the skull and look at the brain, you have an imitation of the joining between the two cerebral hemispheres. This is Queen T. We have her mummy, but I didn't show it to you. She was in the mummy room, but she's not in there now. She is the mother of Akhenaten, and some people say King Tutankhamun as well. Remember, this is the one that's supposed to be sick because of his body formation and everything like that. They even gave him a disease called Frolic syndrome, which makes you sterile. He had 6 daughters. And his little brother, King Tutankhamun. You saw that golden mask if you went in the room. And then you see what happens when they get it for the video games in the United States. I just thought you might like to see the real, because sometimes you can catch people with their hands in the cookie jar. And there it is. And now many kids, million of them are going to grow up thinking this is King Tut. So when they see this one, they'll think he's a fake. So you turn the real upside down. That's nice to see the jewelry and all of that. But what we want to see is the people here, who they were and what they were up to, because their belief system still contains things that are useful for us today.